How's it going, everyone? My name is DrapPep. Welcome back to another installment of this series. When I was younger, I had an aunt who worked for Disney. And because of that, we were able to get free access to the park. And that meant I got to go a lot. I got to go to Disneyland, oh my god, so often that it was ridiculous. And this was like the early Disney. This was before Galaxy's Edge. This was before, like when California Adventure was brand new and everyone was so excited to go. So we went there a lot to California Adventure. And there is one particular time that we went that stood out to me. It was this it was this time when we went on, I think it's called Roaring Rapids or something like that, and we got drenched. Oh my god, we got soaked. I got the most soaked because not only did I do that, I then got to play with a lot of the water stuff. They have like a whole water section, and I was playing around. I was dripping wet, and it was time to dry off. Right, we had to get dried off. We brought spare clothes because we knew we were going to do that, and I had to use the restroom. But you see, there was this just ridiculous line that led out of the restroom. For some reason, everyone just had to go to the bathroom at that exact moment. And, well, I had to pee really bad. Like a crazy amount of really bad. So, I came up with an idea. I figured I'm already dripping wet, and there was a drain right next to me where water gathered. So what if I just pretended to like wring out my shorts? What if I just took it and I was just trying to, oh, don't worry about me. I'm just dripping wet. I'm just trying to get some of this excess water off of me. So I just stood right over the drain and just proceeded to pee myself on purpose. And in my head, I was definitely sure that this was working. I was like, oh, I'm so smart. Why is no one else doing this? This is big brain. Big brain right here, okay? I'm just, don't worry about me. I'm just this is clearly water. I am peeing into my hands. Like there is just a continuous flow of piss coming out of me, and I'm thinking I'm being slick. You know what isn't slick? The smell. Everyone can smell it. Everyone who's passing by me can smell the ammonia, the urine, the piss. And here's something that didn't occur to me. When you do that, only a little bit of water is supposed to come out, not a continuous stream of it. So while I'm doing it, I'm like, maybe I should do the other leg to make sure it doesn't seem like it's uneven. So I'm like shifting the weight from one leg to the other and draining it out into the ground. And my mom, God bless her soul, was just kind of like, wow, you really got wet there. You should stop. You should stop what you're doing. I'm like, oh, don't worry. There's a drain right here, and I just gotta, just twist it all out. I'm just wet. Don't worry. So I got done. I was relieved, but I still had to dry off. My mom's idea was that we were going to go into the bathrooms, change out, and then use the air dryer to dry off the clothes, which worked. It didn't take long for those because the air dryers were hot. They would blow some pretty intense heat to dry off your hands, and to do it on your clothes, it probably took less than a minute, right? It wasn't too bad. I mean, they were still wet, but not like soaking wet like they were. You know what happens when you use one of those air dryers on piss? You know what happens when you piss yourself to a degree that is you're now not just drenched in water, but now you're drenched in piss. You know what happens when you put that against the dryer? Oh yeah, it stinks. It becomes more noticeable when you try drying piss off that way. So I'm in the bathroom. I got the wet clothes in my hand. I'm like, well, I might as well put this up against the air dryer. And what was supposed to be a clever cover up became very noticeable of what I was doing outside. And when I when I went back to my mom, I was like, "Hey, I finished it." Oh, that smells stinky. What's that on your clothes? I don't know, man. I think there was something wrong with that air dryer in there. I think it blew something on my clothes. I don't know. But here you go. Put this in your backpack. Put this in your backpack with everyone else's clothes, please. I'm ready to hit some more rides. Put that with everyone else's clothes if you don't mind. Go ahead and wrap that up and then put it with everyone else. In fact, if you want, you can put that with the food because I know you have snacks for us in your backpack. By the way, this was during the time when Disneyland did not allow outside food. This was a wild time. Disney had a rule that you were not allowed to bring outside food inside, which, like, I think nowadays they don't care anymore. Like, I've brought in full bags of chips now. Back then, they did not allow that. If they saw food, they're like, oh yeah, no, you gotta eat this outside the park. Why? Why can't we bring our food in? No, no, you can't. This park here, you can't bring food inside. So they would make you unpack your food and eat it outside. Which, are you really that starving for money? Like, are you? I mean, obviously we're gonna buy merchandise inside. I mean, hell, we bought tickets. This was also during a time when the tickets were not $100 a ticket. I think they were like $50 a ticket back then, maybe less. Now they're 100. They're more than 100 now. Back, I hate that. I hate that there are more than 100. Did Walt Disney make the park to be affordable for the everyday family? What everyday family is spending that much money on tickets? Oh my god, it's ridiculous how expensive it's gotten. But I mean, I can't really complain. I've been to the park more than 100 times, thanks to my dear old aunt working there. I've thought about working for Disney, to be honest. I've made jokes on the internet about me working for Disney. At one point I had said that I would love to be famous and then work as a janitor for Disney. And here's my I have a good reason behind this. So my idea was that I was going to become like this celebrity that everyone recognizes from the internet and become a janitor because everyone that works at Disneyland is considered a cast member, which means anyone there can sign autographs. Anyone. I've asked. I have asked. Anyone that works there can sign autographs. Everyone's considered a cast member. So, if I'm just a janitor and there's people who recognize me from the internet and they run up to me and they're like, oh, could you please sign my autograph? There's going to be people who will know who I am and I'm going to sign the autograph. And there's going to be people who don't know who I am. And they're going to think that I'm like some kind of character from a movie or show. And they're going to be like, oh, who's this? Who's all these people? Is he a cast member? Is he like a character? And then they're going to get their autograph signed for the same reason that everyone else is. But the thing is, I'm just a janitor. That's that's the whole thing. I'm just the janitor. And I've daydreamed about this often. I have tagged Disney in a lot of posts about this. I have emailed Disney. I'm not even joking. I have emailed Disney about this. I've at one point tagged Disney in a Twitter post just for Disney to like it. I have consistently harassed Disney about this idea. I'm not going to be surprised if they have me somewhere in their file of like, okay, this guy's crazy. Don't do unhireable. Don't hire him to Disneyland. But like, that's still a dream of mine of like just I become famous. I become a janitor at Disneyland just to confuse people. Oh, you have no idea how awesome that would be. I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, when I become famous, I want to go world touring. I want to go visit fans out in the stadiums. When I become famous, I want to be like a millionaire. And I'm over here like, when I become famous, I really hope I can become a janitor. I really hope I can become a janitor at a place I've been hundreds of times to. Hundreds of times. That's going to be it for this episode. I want to thank everyone for tuning in.